This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's...
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go. 180! 56. Great.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Wentz. Buying time to his left. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes a starch right out of them.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go. Check. Protein spill. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, right back to Lindsey. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke, blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
80 weapon. 53, Mike. Bravo. Let's go. Hit it.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, deep, tight.
To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
53, check 53. I'm trying to come.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Working from the gun, Wentz forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Throwing on first down is Locke. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Wentz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Here we go. Defense wins championships, baby.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Ready.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
I got you, son. I got you.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. but I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. Turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
It's a second down run with Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here we go. 180. 56. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Here, 5-7.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and it's third down.
Ready. Mike 54. Hey, team 6.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And that's complete to Sanders.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
5-9. Mike's 56. Hey, defense, let's go.
Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Let's go.
Blocked again here on 2nd and 10. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready, set.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Block now on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ball.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
He's tired of you. He's tired of us.
Let's go.
Block now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
56 is the mic.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Let's go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. To throw it is Lock. Screen pass to Lindsey. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Let's go.
So first and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Locke. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Locke's throw caught by Sutton, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a first and 10 at the 18. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. Again, it's Locke. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Locke. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
I see you over there.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. But now it's third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play.
Here we go, back man. Money!
Right there, 56. Here we go, here we go.
Here, see it.
Mike's 56.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Block will try again on second down. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. They look to throw. It's locked. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 36 yards on the play. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is locked. It's caught by Funchess. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Lock, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Troy Fumagalli, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing again on second down. Locke, he's going to go deep for Funchess. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Broncos send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They start on the ground here at Sanders. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Wentz. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
56. Let's go, baby. Turn up.
Another run here with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
56. So, hey, alert 3.
To throw is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They're all finished in that game in Cleveland, and it was the Chiefs who emerged victorious there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Get it.
Here's Locke. He's going to let it fly. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.